I see so much content about women's skincare that's totally paid for by brands and has very little credibility and authority. And as a woman who is of a certain age, skincare becomes a thing. You know, you really need it to work. So I wanted to take a minute and talk about my skincare routine. I've tried a ton of products, some extremely expensive that just do nothing, and some that really, really work. And so here we go. So when I wash my face, there's a lot of different products out there, but my favorite is Trinnylondon. And you're gonna see a lot of Trinnylondon in this Get Ready With Me, or, you know, come wash my face with me. This is my everyday, I use it all the time. It's Be Your Best. It's basically a balm cleanser, and it's my go-to. Now, if I've had a long day, I'm wearing makeup, or I've been like out and about in environments where there's been a lot of gunk and grime, I go to Better Off first and I do a double cleanse. But since it's morning, although it's hard to tell here, but it's morning and I'm doing my AM Get Ready With Me, we're going to start with Be Your Best. I'm gonna wash my face with Be Your Best. I use a cloth that I also got from Trinnylondon. It's a little piece of muslin to wash my face, and then we'll move to step 2. I love to first just wet my hands and really get behind the ears, do the neck, and then get this little cloth as hot as humanly possible before I rest it over my face, and it's like a steam bath. It's awesome. I'm gonna put my hair up. Give me one sec. Okay, now that I have a clean face, I'm going to exfoliate with Trinnylondon's Tiptoe In. And I just want to say, I'm not being paid by anybody. I buy these products myself, and I really have tested a lot of different stuff, and this is what I've come to use because it's working. And I have had a pretty intense weight loss journey over the past 5+ years. You know, my whole life I struggled with weight going up and down. And I reached a point where, after an unsuccessful relationship and maybe a toxic job and a couple of different things all at once, and I had had a back injury, and after surgery, I couldn't exercise, and I had gained an insane amount of weight. And since then, when I made the decision to make major changes to my life, I've lost probably about 125 pounds. And I've kept it off for a couple of years now. With a lot of exercise and clean diet. And when it relates to skincare, one of the things I was really worried about was my neck. So, and drooping skin and things that you see a lot of people who take GLP-1s struggle with. I will say 2 things were really critically important to me in that journey in protecting my skin. One was the skincare and the system that I'm now using, and 2 was hydration and nutrition, having enough protein, regular exercise, making sure that I was constantly using weight and resistance training in addition to cardio, and all the things that my whole life everyone said were the magic to losing weight, which was diet and exercise, were now really working effectively with the GLP-1 and really got me to where I needed and wanted to be. It's something I wish I had had my entire life. I would have been so much more athletic and had made so many different choices and maybe felt a lot better about being in my own skin and my body had I had this option available to me when I was 20. So here we are now, and we're talking about skincare. So the next is a hyaluronic acid. Trinnylondon has Plump Up. I really like Plump Up because it's hydrating, it's moisturizing, it penetrates deep under the skin. On those days where your skin just feels dull and blah, I really love it. And I use it as the basis of everything. I do it twice a day. And I give it a minute to dry before. And I also use it on the back of my hands. This is another thing, like, you know, when you look at where women age, their neck and their hands are some of the first two places that it gives it away. Well, putting this on the back of my hands, you know, all of it, it really helps. So next, in the morning, I go to a vitamin C. I do really, Trinnylondon has two types. OG has a really good vitamin C. It's really important to check the percentage of vitamin C when you're looking at products, because that, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, a vitamin C serum, but there's like 0.1% vitamin C and the rest of it's crap. This is Boost Up. She has another product that has a lower volume of vitamin C, but has also other, I think it's azelaic acid, forgive me, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that ingredient, that deals with redness. So if you have a lot of redness, that's good. I like vitamin C for a few reasons, but the main thing that's come up as I've gotten older is if I go out in the sun, now I come back looking like a leopard and I have spots everywhere. So I've spent years using this to get rid of those spots. And I'm very insane about the sunscreen to make sure that the spots don't come back, because I don't want to look like a leopard. So this vitamin C product I'll put on my skin, and I go into the areas where I'm particularly prone to those spots and make sure to get my neck and my chest, because how many women have you seen where you see aging on their décolleté and like their face might look great, but this is like a shriveled up mess. So it goes there, and again on the back of the hands. In the summer, when I'm really worried about spots, I'll also do my arms, because I tend to get them on my shoulders and my arms. So that's my vitamin C. Now for the real magic. These two products are like gold. This is the Elevator, and it's a neck cream, and it really has helped tighten and lift my neck through that entire weight loss journey, and help me to completely retain and help the skin shrink back and not struggle with, not struggle nearly as much with excess skin under my neck. And I just take a little bit, and I use this time to do like a little bit of a fascia massage, and I'm pretty aggressive about it, and I rub it deeply into the neck and the jawline. So I get it. It's like a massage of the lymph nodes, just making sure everything's moving and flowing, especially early in the morning. You know, some people do gua sha. This is my version of it, and I particularly go to the areas where I get tightness and soreness while I'm doing the neck cream, and I make sure to go through the entire décolletage. So that's that. The real magic. This is the eye cream. When I first started with this product, before I started, I had some pretty intense crow's feet, and I was hating it. So I used this for about 1.5 years now, and my crow's feet have melted. I won't say they're gone, I'll say they're extremely diminished. And the little lines here, and then I use a little bit on the lip, because these lines drive me insane. Women over a certain age will understand, like you get all this bleeding into your skin, and it's a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll do another video where I talk about with makeup how I deal with that when I put lipstick on, but for now we're going to talk about the magic of the Take Back Time eye cream that I do not live without. And that is, from here, I've go through a couple of different sunscreens. I also have a moisturizer, so I'll start with the moisturizer. This is Bounce Back. In the summer when it gets really hot, I'll switch from the Bounce Back to the Energize Me, because it's a little bit lighter. But I love the texture of this moisturizer. It's fantastic. It is like exactly right for me. I don't know how else to say it. It feels good. It's smooth, it's buttery. It sinks into the skin to give you consistent hydration. It has peptides in it. And each one of these things build upon the other. So when you work with a system, especially a system designed to work together, you're getting the beneficial effects of all of these things layered on. So this one, I don't know who really makes it. There's a med spa in my area called Venus and Venom, and this is Age Defy Shield with HA, and it's a broad-based spectrum sunscreen, SPF 44. The other one I tend to like is the Ole Henriksen. They have a really good sunscreen with vitamin C in it, and I use that more in the summer. And this is slightly pigmented, so it's not quite, but almost like a tinted moisturizer or a tinted SPF, but it sort of evens out your skin tone a little bit, and I tend to enjoy it. And that is my morning routine. And I do that every day without fail. I'll do a nighttime routine one later too, and then talk about some of the other ancillary products that I weave in and out in different videos. Hope you enjoyed.